Hello to all my friends out there. So the first thing I want to make is a smoothie. Okay, if any of you guys have a bit of a weight problem, these will really help. I have half a banana because, it will prevent a lot of cookie eating and ice cream eating. If I laid off the sugar. Oh, these look good. I bought this, I think at 99¢ only because I wanted a little different fruit. Look at this. This looks good. So since I have about a half a banana, I just need about a half a cup of this. This stuff is really nice. And then what makes the smoothies very cheap is if you make your own yogurt. Okay, now if you want your yogurt a little bit firmer, just before it boils, when you boil the yogurt, you want to cook it for between 15 and 30 minutes and it'll be more solid. But I was busy taking a bath, and so anyway, I have about 3/4 cup yogurt. And if you make your own yogurt, once you get used to making it, it's way cheaper to make it, and it tastes really good, homemade. And then I'll use about a cup of my shelf-stable milk, and this is going to be a nice big fat smoothie. And once you get the hang of this yogurt making, today I found a new milk. I think it was at 99¢ only. I'll show you in a second. If you are watching some of my early videos, you have seen horrible videos of me making smoothies. They're very hard to demonstrate. And I have had some very snide remarks from some men about those videos, which is kind of funny, actually. Okay, so I found this milk for $1, and this makes a quart. So you only need about one. That makes 4 cups, and you only need 1 cup for your. This is one of my better ones. Strawberry, peach, and pineapple. Okay, and then I'll just freeze my other half a banana. Okay, so now I ran into the man buying all the beans. And, I'm from a family of meat and potatoes. No messing around. It's nighttime, it's dinner time, it's meat and potatoes time. So, I ran into the lady and she said, if you want to make sure you never run out of food, buy chicken, buy rice, and buy beans. And honestly, it really just didn't click. I thought, what does that even mean? Well, so I have peach and passion fruit. I was thinking beans one night, chicken one night. If you're not, my husband's side was always beans with the meat in the beans, right? So I can honestly say, that this does not compute. Well, I think I cracked this now. And I can see how this would really, 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 really work. Okay, so the first thing I made today was I made some navy beans, and I just had a small package of navy beans, and I covered my navy beans. Well, I did the speed method. I boiled my navy beans. I got all the rocks out. I rinsed my navy beans good. I covered them with water. I brought them to a boil. I covered them and left them an hour. Then I rinsed them. Then I put my navy beans back in the pan. I put about a half tablespoon oil because it's a small batch. You need some oil in your beans. And then I just used whatever seasoning I had. And when they were almost done, I added some frozen vegetables. So I have some beans and some vegetables. Now, if this was all I had to eat, I might be rather miserable. But this is not all I have to eat. Because I asked the guy, I said, you put the meat in your beans? And he said, no, I have my beans separate from my meat. And I thought, oh, okay, I can see how this would work. Now, I'm going to be doing quite a bit of this. I had some rice. You know, if you get this jasmine rice, this is better quality rice. If you're a rice eater, I buy it for $1. So if you're going to be eating beans and rice, you know, when I thought of beans and rice, I would think of like Mexican food, beans and rice. And I would say to myself, who is going to eat that? You know, the mix of vegetables from Aldi's is really good. I would be so miserable doing that. But what I have is I have a tasty little turkey burger, and I fried it in some oil, and then I put a little barbecue sauce on top. So am I going to be suffering? No. Suffering is not an option. I stockpile this. You need a little oil in your beans or you're going to be very, 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 very miserable. And you know, that's not an option. Okay, now, the other thing the man told me is at night he sips wine. Remember, no running out of food. It's wheat, barley, wine, and oil. You want to stockpile? But I am not, I don't drink any alcohol, so I have grape juice. So what I will do is I will sip a little grape juice tonight. Just a few sips. This is another thing, you know, if you're not a wine drinker, or you know, you're not a grape drinker or a grape eater. And then I have raisins in the freezer. So we have rice and beans, and we have vegetables, and we have meat. So this would work for somebody like me who's really... And so you have beans in your stockpile. You have rice in your stockpile. So you see how cheap this is? All you need... This is a 1/4 pound hamburger, and it's about 75 cents the way I buy it. I'm thinking probably the cheapest place to buy this turkey burger is maybe Aldi's. I'm going to be checking that out. And, you know, I have plenty of beans left, too. So, okay, I'm going to be making all kinds of variations of this food because it's very, very cheap. Let's see, I'll try to figure out how much this would cost. Okay, 75 cents. This is cheap. This is maybe a couple dollars for the whole meal, so it's in the price range I like. I like a meal between $1 and $3, and plenty of leftovers too. And the smoothie might be let's see, 25 cents for the fruit. The yogurt homemade is really cheap. It's for about 4 cups. It'd be $1.40. But if you have yogurt already, it would be $1. So it'd be 25 cents, 50, say maybe about $1 for the smoothie. Okay, you guys, God bless you all.